Hi, I'm Elisa and this is Degrees of Shining. Tonight's look is called Hot Contrast, a clubbing look. We're going out dancing tonight. So it's a big smoky silver eye, a silver gray and black with a neutral cheek and a little stain of color on the lips. And if you'd like to see how I did it, stay tuned. Tonight is a clubbing night. We're going downtown in the little big city to a club called Diversions. We're going to go dance and have a good time. So tonight I'm going for a little bit more drama, and the look is called Hot Contrast, and it is actually a Mineralize eyeshadow duo that came out limited edition with some red and silver and black. So I'm going to go ahead and get the look started. I'm going to start off with an HIP or hip pencil. It's silver. It's one of the new metallics from Loreal, and I'm actually going to start by laying down a little bit of a canvas of the silver, and you can see it's really bright, and I'm just going to use my finger and kind of lay that down in the corner. Inner third. Alright, so I've laid down just a little bit on the inner third of my eye. It's just to give it a little sparkle. And now I'm going to start with the lid, and I'm going to work with the Hot Contrast, and it's a dual eyeshadow. And so we have a melange here of silver, pink, red, a little bit of charcoal gray and black, and then of course this smoky black. So I'm going to start with this lighter melange color and put that on the lid. I'm just going to take a flat brush so I can pat it on, and of course I'm mixing the colors together. Okay. And then I'm just going to lay this down over that inner third and to the outer lid. And the melange comes out to be this nice warm-toned, red-toned gray. Perfect for making a smoky eye. Okay, now that I have that color down, I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm just going to blend between the inner third and the lid. Just smooth it out. Okay. Now that I have that down, I'm going to take a lighter silver color and I'm going to highlight my brow and probably lay a little bit more on the lid just to make it pop a little bit more before I start working with my darker color, which will be blacks, smoky black, and a liquid black liner. So I'm using, I believe it is Silver Ring, but in the sidebar I'll make sure I have the right things. Of course, you know me, I'm guilty of not marking my eyeshadows. So it is this shade here. This is my silver palette. It's a MAC shade. I think it's Silver Ring. If I'm wrong, I promise I'll correct it. So I'm just going to pat that on my brush, tap off, and then I'm going to highlight that brow. Again, I really want that contrast. I want it kind of sheened and make it pop. Then I'm going to put a little bit on that inner third again, just so that I can blend it. Make it just a little brighter. Ah, my phone's ringing. Okay, back. That was my friend Mark, who's going out with us tonight. So I've got the lighter silver color on the lid, on the inner third, and then on the brow bone. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my black shadow. And I think I'm going to use a smaller crease brush. And then I'm going to tap it lightly. I'm going to start very light. I'm going to build the color up so that I don't make a mess and I can keep control of it. So I'm just going to tap it lightly. And then I'm going to tap off that extra, and I'm going to start in the crease. You can see it's already really dark. And again, I like to go back. I will blend like a mad woman to get rid of any harsh lines, but I'm just kind of laying the color down now. I like to have a lot of control when I start, and then I bring it down onto the lash line. That first layer down, I'm going to do a little bit more with the same crease brush, just laying it down a little thicker, a little darker, tapping off extra, working on that outer V right into the crease, like working it right in. The darkest spot's going to be on that outer part, and I like to bring it down onto my lash line. And again, there's some harsh lines, but I'm going to go back and I'm really going to blend it out. So you see it's really harsh, and I'm going to take a clean blending brush, and I always keep a couple on hand. And I'll start with one and then I'll switch over to the other. And I always keep a paper towel and I kind of rub off any extra as I go along. And just lightly, circular motions, a little bit of back and forth. But really blending is about moving your brush all around, lightly working that color in. Now I'm going to go in with the ponytail crease brush. So you'll see the tip on this is a lot longer than the blending brush. and a little bit leaner, skinnier. And I'm going to go back with my black. And again, I'm going to work really in that crease, that outer part of the crease, to really deepen it. Tap off, no fallout on the face, and just right in that V right there, I'm going to darken it even more. Okay, so now I'd like to bring that down on my lower lash line. I'm going to take a pencil brush, it's a MAC 219. It's a little bit bigger. I'm going to make this a little bit more bold underneath. And just get that on the tip of my brush, tap it off, and then I'm going to bring it down below. Kind of connect up with, okay, more blending. I think if you work carefully and work in layers, you can really keep things from getting muddy and build up without getting all kinds of fallout on your face, and keep control of things. So now I think I'm going to line my eyes. I'm going to do, I think, a cream pencil and then set it with eyeshadow so that it will last the night and stay on. I'm going to use Urban Decay's 24/7 Zero pencil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this really close down to my lash line, from the inner part, right where my lashes end, and then all the way to the outside. And I love this eyeliner because it's so soft, and you can work with it. You can blend it, you can smoke it, you can set it, and it's going to stay. And now I'm going to put a little bit down underneath, about 3/4 in. I'm really going for a dark eye here. Alright, now that I have that on, I'm going to go back with the hot contrast again, that black pencil brush. A little bit bigger one than I usually use the Sonia Kashuk one, the really tiny one. This is that MAC one. And I'm going to just set that liner. I'm going to place that shadow right over the top of the liner.